All right, let's take a look at upgrading between the Windows Vista editions. Remember, we've already talked about being able to upgrade or do an in-place upgrade for Windows XP SP2 or a migration from Windows 2000. But let's look at the choices of being able to migrate from a lower version of Windows Vista to a version that has more capacity or more functionality or features for you. Remember, during the first module we talked about the different versions that are out there: the Windows Starter, Home Basic, Home Premium, Business, Enterprise, and Ultimate. Now, if you are running a starter version of Windows Vista, you can upgrade to any other version of Vista. If you're running a Home Basic, if you want to downgrade to a starter version, you're going to have to do a clean install. You can repair your own version, and then you can upgrade to any other version with the Windows Vista product. Home Premium, to up or downgrade to Starter or Home Basic, you're going to be required to do a clean install. You can repair your own, and you'll be required to do a clean install for Business, Enterprise, and you can do an upgrade to Ultimate. Now remember, the Enterprise edition of Windows Vista is going to be seen mostly with the volume licensing customers. If you are running Business Edition and you would like to downgrade, you will be required to do a clean install of any of the previous versions: Starter, Home Basic, or Home Premium. You can do an upgrade to Enterprise Edition or an upgrade to Ultimate. If you are running Enterprise Edition, the only version that you can upgrade to is the Ultimate version. If you are running Ultimate, you only have one option. If you want to downgrade, it requires a clean install of any of the lower operating systems, and you can use the Windows Ultimate to repair itself. Process for upgrading between Windows Vista editions is basically what we've already talked about when it comes to a migration. You're going to want to back up the user data. Even though you may be doing an in-place upgrade, you're still going to want to back up that user data for the reasons we've already talked about. Next, you're going to go out and install and upgrade. You're going to want to update, as we've already talked about, doing it the one of two ways: either the dynamic update during the installation, or to go out there and use the Windows Update service. Install programs. Now, there may not be a need to go in and reinstall programs. If you're currently running a version of Windows Vista, the programs are already compatible. But there is a chance that during that upgrade or that installation process that the programs may stop functioning and you may need to go in and repair them. And if by chance you had some issues during the installation or upgrade that caused you to do a complete install or a clean install, or to revert back to the old system, you may need to use the restore, or maybe needing to restore the user data. And if you remember, we talked about there's a couple ways that you can do that: the user state migration tool or the Windows Easy Transfer Wizard to back up that data and then use it to restore. In this module, we covered upgrading or migrating to Windows Vista. We talked about the differences between an in-place upgrade and a migration. We discussed the three operating systems that you can either upgrade or do an in-place migration: Windows 2000, which is eligible for a migration to any version of Windows Vista, and Windows XP SP2 that supports an in-place upgrade, and Windows Vista's in-place upgrade to another version of Windows Vista. We also talked about the process for upgrading those, both the in-place upgrade and the migration, and we talked about the different versions of Windows Vista and the process or the step that you take to upgrade to a more feature-rich installation, such as Windows Ultimate, and what you need to do to downgrade that. In Module 3, we're going to look at configuring post-installation settings. We're going to look at Windows Arrow, the accessibility features, and some of the parental controls.